So it's fairly common knowledge that Rossini borrowed music from operas he had already written to put into operas he was currently writing. This is particularly relevant to this project that I'm working on at the moment, Elisabetta Regina d'Inghilterra with the Teatro Massimo here in Palermo. This opera was written just a few months before Rossini's very famous The Barber of Seville. And actually, the overture for both operas is exactly the same. There are maybe a few chromatic notes that are slightly different, maybe, but otherwise it's exactly the same music. Of course, an overture usually introduces some musical themes of the opera, so you hear them in the overture and then they come back later in the opera. And then it kind of, in that way, the overture functions as an introduction to the piece. And it's always strange with The Barber of Seville that there's no music in the overture that is then featured anywhere else in the opera. So it's been very fascinating for me to finally hear where some of these really fantastic themes of the Barber of Seville overture, where they actually appear as vocal music. Let's have a listen. And this is the Act 1 finale of Elisabetta, Regina d'Inghilterra. So one of the great joys of doing this opera has been finally hearing these themes that I've heard in the overture to The Barber of Seville that I've sung like 60 times now. Finally hearing them as vocal music in a dramatic situation on the stage has been really a really cool experience. There are lots of reasons why Rossini borrowed from his own music, and that's actually a post in and of itself, so we'll get into that another time. But I hope that you've enjoyed hearing these two themes kind of in situ as much as I have.